A man says, when I was dating my wife, she mainly did all the talking and I was listening. Then we got engaged and I started talking and she started listening. Now we are married and guess what? We both do the talking and our neighbors are now listening. When we come to a synagogue, we usually think about prayer. Prayer is our conversation with God. We ask God for everything we need. We ask for other people too. Moreover, if we come to a synagogue only on major holidays, then this is our rare opportunity to turn to God with our requests. We try to make sure not to forget anything that we need. Sometimes we even prepare a mental list of everything we need to pray for. We even try to remind God of all the good things we did so that at least in their merit, He'll be more open to our prayers. The commandment of shofar is unique. One would think that the person who is sounding a shofar is the one who is fulfilling the commandment, and everybody else in the synagogue is just joining in with his mitzvah. He is the active person, and everybody else is passively standing by him. But in fact, the person blowing a shofar is doing the same mitzvah as everyone else. In his blessing that he is reciting before blowing the shofar, he says, "Blessed are you, God, who commanded us to listen to a shofar." To listen, not to sound. It is just that for a shofar to be heard, someone has to blow into it. But even he is fulfilling a mitzvah with his ears, not with his mouth. A shofar is an unusual commandment. It is a passive commandment. All we have to do just listen. I think it is the only biblical commandment of that type. Prayer is our communication with God. But communication requires always two sides. Sometimes this one is talking and that one is listening, and sometimes that one is talking and this one is listening. If one side always does all the talking, it can be hardly called a normal communication. But oddly, our communication with God during prayers is exactly that. A shofar must be listened to. Shofar is our opportunity for a two-way conversation with God. And what do you think God will want to tell you? I understand that you come to a synagogue with your list of your good deeds, telling Him that you were a good boy or a good girl. Do you think that you would want to see the list of your deeds that God has? Do you think these two lists would be the same? Maybe He would bring up to you a couple of points He would want you to improve on. When people tell me, I only do good things, I think to myself, maybe your bar for the definition of good things is too low if you never slip below it in your life. When we come to a synagogue on holidays, we communicate with God. I already know what I want to tell Him, but what does He want to tell me? During the sounding of a shofar, no one speaks a word. I don't need to share it with anyone. But I need to think about it for myself. During the sounding of the shofar, I have to think, what would God want to whisper to me? What do I need to change for the coming year? And these moments could be life-changing.